When someone feels entitled to something, they won't be grateful for it or say thank you. In other words, all of your efforts are in vain. Women don't give a damn about how hard you work and the struggles you go through in daily life. Women are just concerned with what you can provide for them. Perhaps they're self-centered by nature from this point of view. Women are drawn to men who make them feel great. You will receive all the attention you want from her when you're providing them with the luxuries of life. But as soon as you begin to struggle, as soon as times are difficult, as soon as you are unable to provide her with positive emotions, along with the luxuries she is accustomed to, she will leave and replace you. Just because they're women, they think they're entitled to everything, and that they're the real prize, the trophy, and the dream come true. Women overestimate their beauty and with their self-inflated egos. But what fought? Any girl who's a 7 at best will think she's a 10, and the other girls will convince her that she's a 10 too. Ask a guy what he thinks he is, and he'll tell you the truth. His friends won't sugarcoat it. I mean, it is what it is, right? You're either good-looking, average, or ugly. You are what you are. Men who lack in the looks department make up for it in others, such as wealth or personality. Not women, though. No. Women will never ever embrace their true selves. They will always say something else and mean something entirely different. Research has shown that women who break up with a man but are full of good seed and don't actually use condoms would experience the rebound effect in the relationship and would be more likely to take the man back or go back to him because of the withdrawal effects of not having their daily dose. Intimacy, according to an essay I recently read, is the most powerful substance on the planet. Your physical and emotional well-being are improved in 12 different ways by actual physical contact. Every aspect is covered, including heart health and skin radiance. Also, it has been hypothesized that having 100 or more releases of pleasure each year can extend life by 3 to 8 years. Due in part to how entitled and deluded women may be when it comes to believing that a man should just share everything with them because they are gorgeous, an increasing number of men now believe that spending time with women is meaningless. Chauvinism is the term used by society to describe the male superiority complex. But society labels it feminism when women feel superior. Notice the hypocrisy? Women feel they deserve to be treated like royalty. They think that simply being female entitles them to special treatment in all facets of life from everyone in the world. They feel as though the entire world owes them everything there is, including all the jewels, cash, business, resources, money, fame, and whatnot. In every regard, their amount of narcissism is astounding. Because of their firm conviction that they are the prize, it actually takes them decades and decades of experience to realize that the world owes them nothing. They owe nothing to their husbands, partners, boyfriends, or lovers. Nobody's required to give a woman what she wants from them just because she is pretty or because she is outspoken about her entitlement. Women want success and will have it by aligning themselves with successful men. Always remember that women don't care how difficult your work is. They merely seek the advantages, rewards, and products of your labor. Women want to be in the driver's seat as you drive your car to pursue success. When they sense that the voyage isn't leading to something positive for themselves, they will stop. Whether or not she feels good about herself, a good woman will help you through your difficulties if you want to discover one. This is an example of sincere loyalty. Decide wisely on the kind of woman you wish to date. Your life may literally depend on it. Consider that you are a wealthy man who is aware of the influence men can have on women's life and their social standing. Using your resources to support and enhance the quality of life for women is tremendously altruistic and admirable. Although you are selfless, you can also be naive to a certain extent. I'll explain how. Women will eventually cease respecting you if you treat them as equals by giving them everything you have, regardless of whether they feel entitled to them because she is in a relationship with you. The state used to promote sacrifice by threatening to take away a woman's money and prizes in favor of the man if she walked off with another male. In order to essentially support themselves if men began to cheat and violate their marriage vows, the women get to keep the house, the children, and a percentage of his money. Up until the 1960s or maybe 1970s, we really did have true equality. Being a male provider and defender of women and children back then was not considered heroic or something to brag about, just the way things were. Everything was a part of life. The question is, why should men even bother being in relationships with women, since most of them are incredibly entitled and feel that men's lives should revolve around theirs? Men often gain intimacy, affection, and reproduction from the majority of contemporary relationships. Intimacy between the man and woman lasts only a couple of years, and the future holds children who may be taken away at any time, and the flame of love that cannot be rekindled. A man will no longer be as eager to commit to a relationship if he takes the red pill and understands that everything he obtains from a woman could be forcibly snatched from him at any time. He is now more capable and knowledgeable, similar to the woman with a university degree. He is once more on par with women since he is conscious of his own strength and importance. The past decades have seen both the greatest and worst of times for women. Despite having the freedom to do as they wished, their lives were miserable even when they were able to secure males as protectors and providers. It appears that women have lost sight of their genuine calling since society has persuaded them they must go work for men to support themselves. Men, on the other hand, have stayed true to their goals up to this point. However, men are now beginning to wonder why even bother with women. Men are becoming more conscious of their own, and owing to social media, we are also subconsciously learning more about women. Nobody wants to talk about that because it is a controversial subject. Why even bother with women when they are so entitled and only have their bodies and beauty to offer? Men desire women because they feel happy after an intimate encounter because of endorphins released by the brain. Men desire women because they think they can ease their suffering, just like medication does. All of those things make a guy happier momentarily. This might end up ruining him in the long run. A man's seed is considered a female antidepressant. A female-specific antidepressant is called the seed. There is unquestionably a link between condoms and women's increased sadness. Women become depressed if they don't have the seed inside them. Thus, males are turning down vasectomies. All in all, it's astounding to see how much society has degenerated over the years and how big the divide has become between men and women. And I'm afraid this will only grow over the coming years, and women will only become more deluded about themselves. As I said, women feel they deserve to be treated like royalty. They think that simply being female entitles them to special treatment in all facets of life from everyone in the world. They feel as though the entire world owes them everything there is, including all the jewels, cash, business, resources, money, fame, and whatnot. In every regard, their amount of narcissism is astounding. They overestimate who they are and how good-looking they are. You'll never hear a woman that she's a 6 and be okay with it. It just shows their attitude of entitlement. The bottom line is that these entitled and advantaged women believe they are the final reward. A reward, however, is something that has worth and value. Something that has worth and value. Something that is either difficult to access or to which no one has access. It is a unique occurrence. Its worth is independent of its appearance, appeal, or attractiveness. Just take a stroll down the street whenever you feel like it, and take in some women's beauty of some of the women. Guys desire to see beautiful women. Given that they are not concealing this, that is not unusual. They claim to seek out beauty, and this is usually what they do. Women, on the other hand, claim to appreciate and desire relationships, but they are unwilling to put out the work necessary to make those relationships a reality. If females want to be with quality men and have fulfilling and successful relationships, women must bring more than simply their physical appearance to the table. Thanks for watching Man Reacts. Show us your love and support by liking this video, sharing it with your friends, and subscribing to the channel. Support us and help us spread support for men around the world. Do comment and share your thoughts. We're always up for a healthy debate and discussion,